First of all, hello. Nice to meet you today.
Nice meeting you too.
Well, of course, as every other interview that we will have on this platform with our teachers, I will ask you to present yourself first.
Okay. So my name is Beatrice. I recently completed the university with a major in chemistry, basically. Yeah. And I like math, so I opted to teach math in my study corner limited.
Okay. So how did you find us?
Okay. So the first time I came across my study corner was through Gideon, one of your teachers. He's been with you for some time now, yeah. So he was in my class actually, and I met him at the library. He was once teaching one student, and then I came across him, greeted him, but he was in a meeting. So after he was done, I asked him what it was about, and then he told me about it, and I was like, oh, wow. Then I'm interested. I would like to join. So he just sent my details to Martin, and Martin contacted me. And that was it.
Yes. I remember that he was telling me that you had outstanding results in your A-levels maths, that's the equivalent, the WASI, and that you've studied maths at university, and that you are a very, very good student, and that you would like to join us. And I was very happy to know that we can collaborate with you. Yeah. Well, for how long have you been teaching on our platform?
Okay, I think I started last year in May last year, May 2024. I think I was in final year as at that time. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a year already and a few hundred lessons already taught.
Yeah.
Are you teaching in a school as well?
Currently, after I got to know that I'm not that bad when it comes to teaching, I opted to become a teaching assistant after my undergraduate studies. So right now I'm a teaching assistant at the university.
Excellent. So that's such a good news. I didn't even know about it. Nobody told me. So here we go. We managed to help you go down this path. So you got a job as a teaching assistant at university. You must have been really good. So what were your results when you graduated university?
Okay, so I had a first class GPA of 3.993. Yeah. Wow. And I was awarded the best graduating female chemistry student. So yeah.
That's an absolute amazing result. I am so proud of you. But of course, it's not hard work. It's hard work, but also it's very rewarding. What do you enjoy the most teaching our students?
The fact that I'm able to impact is what makes me happy all the time, because sometimes the first time I started teaching, I really didn't know that I was going to impact. I just thought, oh, why not try it to see how I'm going to be? So the first time I started, it wasn't really something that I had planned it. I just went into it. It was something I just went into, and then I realized, oh, wow, I'm good at this. Let me pursue this. Yeah. And then I went through it. And the fact that one time I remember teaching one student a particular topic, and then he came back to tell me, oh, we did tests in school and I did very well as compared to what I used to do before. And it's all thanks to you. And that was it. That made me so happy. And I had to continue with it. Yeah.
It is true. It's absolutely at a different level when a student tells you that you actually changed their lives. I remember that you started with one of our students she was a girl, and she was quite unhappy about her results and about the situation in school. She was quite sad. And she was very happy to work with you. She told her mom, And she kept coming back to us, and she kept requesting you to teach her, because of course you went through some exams and you had to take a short break at one point, and she was really, really missing you.
Yeah.
She told Martin about it. And that was the moment when I knew that you will be part of the core team, because this is how we work. We have a core team of teachers and tutors. And then these are for the science, maths, and English. And then we have the other teachers who are taking, some of the core teachers might take social studies, or they might teach geography, or because all these are at secondary level. When it comes to A levels, then this is when things get a bit more difficult, and we have one teacher per subject. But as you know already, our students are sitting their GCSEs, most of them, and this is what they need help with the most. Right. I also wanted to ask you about a challenge that you had. What were the challenges this year?
Okay. So the first time I got to get a little bit of challenges, having a student who is below the GCSE level, it was a bit hard at first because the level of understanding was a bit lower than what I used to meet. But as I got to know his level, so one thing I mostly do is before I take a student, the first lecture, I make sure that we solve a couple of questions such that I get to know the student's level of understanding, and then I know how to go about it and know which topics to start with. Because when it comes to math, it seems some students, it's not because they do not understand it. Sometimes it's just the fear of knowing it is mathematics. So if you get to know that it is just the fear or it is foundational understanding, then you know what to tackle, and then that's it.
Yeah, so you've noticed already, we even have a term here in the UK. We call it maths phobia.
Maths phobia.
Yes, and it's or maths anxiety, and it is a true situation, because the cultural shock probably was a thing, even for you as well, because you see there is a very different perception towards mathematics in different countries around the world. And in England, maths is feared. So it's like, okay, this is a subject that we don't really need, or we don't really find the reason unless we are really passionate about it. Why do we need to study? So we always stumble across this type of mentality and mindset. Whereas in Eastern Europe, you will find that all families want their children to do well in maths, and maths is loved. Everybody wants to learn maths. Everybody enjoys solving problems and competing against each other. What's the situation in Ghana?
Yeah. I would say it's a mixture of both, depending on how the student was introduced to math. So some students do not get the foundation right, and then because of that, when they get to the higher level, it becomes a bit difficult, and then they get to face challenges, and that makes them fear it. But other students, when they get to understand it from the basic level, as they progress upper, they get to know that it is just a language they have to study, and with the right basics, they are good to go. Yeah, so it's a mixture of both. Some students fear it, others don't. So yeah.
I am a math teacher myself, and because this is my subject, and because I knew that you were studying chemistry, and of course I also knew that you are really, really good, an A-star student, I trusted that you will be able to teach maths at that level, but I also wanted to watch some of your sessions. So I was really impressed by the way you explain very, very complex topics. I was captivated by the way you make them sound easy, and that's because you find them easy. So the way you explain, and the way you use your board and all the notes that you are showing, and it's you can feel as an observer, you can feel that you are really passionate about making the student understand the concepts.
Yeah.
And what's now that you are a teacher at university, what is a day in a life of a teacher at university? So
Okay, so you go to work at 8 a.m. Yeah. And then if your lecturer or professor has the class, you have to go with him or her and go. So if he is not available, he assigns you to go take them through like tutorials or something. So you go and then you solve questions, you discuss with the students, and then so you go back to your office after the class. We also take lab sessions, so we take them through undergraduate lab sessions because it's chemistry. So we take them through the lab sessions, and then if they are after the labs, they write lab reports. You have to mark them, record, and I think that's it. And then we close at 5 p.m. So.
Okay, so you have a full day job, and then you come back home and you teach on our platform.
Yeah.
And you have many students because everybody wants Beatrice now. And not only because of that, but because we have another math teacher, and I also teach a bit on the platform, but not maths anymore. But at the same time, maths is a very important subject in the UK as well as everywhere. It's part of the mandatory curriculum. Everybody wants to have their GCSEs maths passed. So, of course, students are worried about it. You had contacts now with your students from Romania, and they are Romanians living in the UK or in other parts of Europe. You have a very busy day, and you are extremely young. How and why do you feel like working so much at this age?
Okay, so the first one is not because I need money or anything, but because I just love it. And just a support as well. The money aspect comes in second, but the first one, the main reason why I do it is because I love it. Yeah.
That's a good thing to love it. But at the same time, teaching at university maybe opens doors for professorship in the future, right? So you would like to stay in academia and probably work there as a teacher in the future. This means that you have to keep doing your masters and then PhD probably. Are you still doing those as well?
Yeah, so the national service is just a 1 year mandatory, something that you have to do after you graduate university in Ghana. So after the 1 year, I want to apply to schools, probably outside, to pursue further degree like master's or PhD. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
Scholarships. I see. There are many scholarships that come out, and some of them I even send you links for those scholarships. Did you consider coming to Romania to study?
Yeah, so the first time I saw a link from Romania, I thought of it, but also I thought of the language barrier. Probably it wouldn't be all English, and I was going to find a little difficulty. But apart from that, I think the courses were really brilliant, and then probably I'll consider them.
Yes, people coming to Romania found the language, especially people who are able to speak more languages, they find learning the Romanian language very easy. It's also because there is a preparatory year at the beginning. So you have 1 year to study Romanian intensively. And it's not that difficult. I assume that you already speak more languages. So learning another one won't be a problem. But anyway, good luck with your applications. And
thank you.
Yeah, what can I say? I am thinking about inviting you for a summer school or for an experience exchange in one of the schools in Romania or abroad in other countries. What do you think about it? Would you like to come and see how things are done in Romania? Because
definitely, I'll be elated.
Yes. Well, do you think how do you see the company? How do you feel about this platform and about this company? How do you perceive it there?
I see it to be really intensive and intentional. Like, I really loved it. The first time I spoke to Martin, and then I also spoke to Gideon, and then I was introduced to the class enough. I was like, wow, this is a brilliant idea to introduce digital learning, and it was so brilliant. Like, I loved it, and I still love it. The way you coordinate, the way you give out course materials, it's like everything is structured in a direction that would help both the students and the teacher. So that was I really loved it. It was a brilliant idea.
So then I would like to see you in Romania as soon as possible. And if not, then maybe we can meet in Ghana. One more question I have for you.
Okay.
What do you think about what would you like our people that are watching us? What would you like them to know about Ghana?
Okay, so I would say that Ghana, people normally see Ghana as a small country who is not capable, but after I realized, I got into contact with the curriculum, the UK curriculum, comparing to what we are taught here in Ghana, we really learn a lot. Like, the basics is crazy. We really learn a lot. So I guess Ghana, the education in Ghana here is absolutely top notch. It's one of the best, and yeah, so she didn't take Ghana for granted. Education in Ghana here is really cherished and is one of the best.
Yes, this is one of the things that I was really, really impressed by when I visited Ghana. The fact that students and teachers are really passionate about education. And I saw them studying online, studying on Allison, on Udemy, on all sorts of courses that might appear. They are really, really interested in learning and developing themselves. I really like that attitude and the mindset of young people there, the ones that I met there, and all the teachers that we work with. So thank you very much for your kind words and for your service and for helping our kids to succeed. You have 100% passing rate with your students with good grades. And we always entrust you with the students that are aiming for a higher grade. So each time a student comes, because I think that beyond teaching, the attitude of the teacher is what matters. And you are obviously a very inspirational teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us, and let's keep it going then. Thank
you very much.
Thank you. And see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.